Okay, so I want to tell a little story about this thing that happened one time when I was driving for Orange and White in Huntington. Another Orange and White. Now, the thing about this place was, unlike a lot of the other shitholes I drove at, Orange and White really cared about their cars. They were always very well maintained as far as taxis went. Cars were always in the shop being serviced for something. A lot of the time when you pick up a car for your shift or drop it off to go home, you picked it up or dropped it off at the shop. Never had a car break down. I never had any other type of mechanical problems when I was driving. It was good, great. Good to have a company that cares. I said, though, I never had anything break down on shift. The only car I ever had break down in like a year and a half at this place was right after I finished driving. The shift was over. I'm literally at the gas pump, gassing up the car before I go home. And then I go to put the car in drive, and I see that it's not moving, right? Like the gear shift isn't working. The fuck? So I radio my dispatcher, and he calls the mechanic to come down for the shop and look at it. Mechanic gets under the car, tells me the whole transmission is busted. Every single gear is out, but reverse. Only gear that still works. So, he gets in the car, he tells me move over. He wants to get in the driver's seat. I'm like, what is this guy doing? After he tells me about the problem, I'm like, okay, well, only reverse works. So you're going to tow the car back to the shop, right? He's like, nah, man, I'm not towing it. Well, then what are you doing? Like, I'm going to drive it. Like, but only reverse works. How could you? What? You're going to drive this 1.5 miles back to the shop in reverse. He's like, yeah, man, I don't give a shit. Get in. Like, oh, my God. So, we're driving down New York Avenue in morning traffic, right? One of the busier roads in the Huntington area in western Suffolk County. This road always has traffic. And he's fucking driving like 45 miles an hour in reverse, in traffic. People are just staring at us like we got not even 2 heads, 4 or 5. Like, he pulls up to some lady at a red light who's got, I don't know, coffee or a phone in her hand. She basically dropped her fucking coffee in her lap. Like, what? Is that guy driving backwards? Holy shit. And I don't know how on one of the most police patrolled roads on Long Island, a cop didn't pop out and pull his ass over and give him a ticket. Even arrest him for that shit. I don't know, maybe. But I'm like, oh my fucking God. Holy shit, this guy is insane. We are really driving backwards. Somehow, this maniac makes it the whole 1.5 miles, all the way back to the shop. And then finally, when we're safely in the shop parking lot, I look at him and I go, man, you are one crazy motherfucker. And then he looks at me and smiles and goes, hey, bro, hey, that's just what I do. It's what I do. But yeah, I see that. And of course, after that, the only nickname for him that fit was Reverse. Every time I'd see him, I'd be like, yo, what up, Reverse? Hey, Reverse, what's good? And he would just smile, this big-ass smile, like he was beaming with pride. Like it's the greatest thing I could ever call him. Yeah. Yeah, only in Huntington, right? Wow. So, that is the story of the crazy orange and white mechanic that decided he didn't want to wait for a tow truck and drove 1.5 miles, all in reverse. What a guy. What a fucking guy.